top 5 most mysterious cases in American history without an explanation. You cannot miss it. Hello listeners who have come to the Mystery Seekers channel, where you can find the mysteries of the world. Dear friends, the world around us has gone through billions of years of evolution and development, and with such a long time, there are certainly many mysteries that science has not yet been able to explain. If you are a person who is passionate about studying history, there are definitely some facts that have happened that have not been explained until now. Today, we will explore the deep mysteries of American history, from unexplained investigations to unsolved historical events. Prepare yourself for a journey full of thrills and surprises. The disappearance of Roanoke Colony. We begin our journey to uncover the mysteries of history with one of America's strangest and haunting stories, the untraceable disappearance of the Roanoke Colony in the late 16th century. In 1587, a group of more than 100 Englishmen, under the command of John White, set foot on Roanoke Island, in what is now North Carolina, in the hope of building a new life on the new land. However, difficulties and challenges quickly hit the first settlers. Food resources are scarce, relationships with the indigenous people become strained, and life on the deserted island is increasingly harsh. In 1587, John White was forced to return to England in search of more resources and support. But when he returned to Roanoke 3 years later, in 1590, a horrific spectacle appeared before his eyes. The entire colony was abandoned, without a single person. The houses were empty, the furniture was left scattered, and there was no indication of what had happened to the settlers. So what happened to the settlers here? If John White hadn't come back to him, perhaps no one would have known about the existence of these settlers. The only clue that remains is a single word carved on a pillar: Croatoan. The word is the name of a tribe of Native Americans who live on a nearby island. Were the settlers attacked and kidnapped by the Croatoan tribe? Or did they decide to leave Roanoke and seek help from the natives? Or perhaps some natural disaster occurred and wiped out the entire colony? So far, these questions remain unanswered. The disappearance of the Roanoke colony has become one of the greatest mysteries in American history. Many theories have been put forward, from people being attacked by the natives, to starvation, disease, or even being kidnapped by supernatural forces. However, no hypothesis can be definitively proven. The Roanoke mystery is still there, challenging our imagination and curiosity, and reminding us of the difficulties and dangers that pioneers faced when exploring and settling in new lands. Your thoughts on this disappearance may be shared by one of the viewers of this video. Do not hesitate to share it in the comments for everyone to refer to. Personally, I think that the word Croatoan carved on the tree refers to their disappearance due to the intervention of the Croatoan tribe. The assassination of President Abraham Lincoln. Next, we come to one of the darkest events in American history, the assassination of President Abraham Lincoln in 1865. On the fateful evening of April 14, 1865, President Lincoln and his wife Mary Todd Lincoln went to the Ford Theater in Washington, D.C. to enjoy the play Our American Cousin. While the play was underway, John Wilkes Booth, a well-known stage actor, but also an extremist who supported slavery and opposed President Lincoln's policies, sneaked into the president's VIP room and fired a fatal shot to the back of his head. After committing the assassination, Booth jumped from the balcony onto the stage, shouted "Sic Semper Tyrannis," and escaped from the theater in chaos. President Lincoln was taken to a nearby home for emergency treatment, but died the next morning. The assassination shocked the whole United States and the world, causing millions of people to mourn and outrage. Booth was pursued and eventually killed in a shootout with security forces 12 days later. However, Booth's true motives and whether there was a larger conspiracy behind the assassination have remained the subject of controversy and research throughout the decades. Some historians argue that Booth did not act alone, but was part of a broader conspiracy to overthrow the federal government and restore slavery in the South. Others argue that Booth acted for his own personal motives and fanaticism. The assassination of President Lincoln was not only a personal tragedy, but also a turning point in American history. Lincoln's death left a major vacuum in the country's leadership and slowed down the post-Civil War reconstruction. However, his legacy, especially his contributions to ending slavery and unifying the country, lives on in the hearts of the American people and around the world. It was a pity that he could not capture Booth alive, so that he could reveal his motive for doing so. Why did he shout "Sic semper tyrannis" when he left? What did he mean? I'm very curious about this. If anyone explains it to me, I'm sure I'm very grateful to them. The death of D.B. Cooper, leaving the cases that have gone into legend, we move on to a more modern mystery, a thrilling story that has captivated the public's imagination for decades. The daring hijacking of D.B. Cooper in 1971. D.B. Cooper, the nickname of a mysterious man, hijacked Northwest Orient Airlines Flight 305, demanded a hefty ransom of $200,000, and then parachuted off the plane in the dark of night, disappearing without a trace. Although the Federal Bureau of Investigation, FBI, has launched an investigation on an unprecedented scale, gathering thousands of clues and interrogating hundreds of potential suspects, the true identity of D.B. Cooper and his fate after the fateful jump remains shrouded in mysterious darkness. Had he survived that reckless jump, or died in the rugged wilderness? Where did the huge ransom money go? These pressing questions remain open, making the D.B. Cooper case one of the biggest and most challenging mysteries in modern aviation history. Many theories have been put forward, from that Cooper died while parachuting, to that he successfully escaped and lived a new life under a different identity. Some even believe that Cooper is a well-trained ex-soldier with knowledge of parachuting and surviving in extreme conditions. However, it all stops at the level of speculation. The D.B. Cooper case remains an unsolved puzzle, a great challenge for investigators, and a fascinating topic for lovers of unsolved mysteries. The disappearance of Amelia Earhart. Our journey to discover mysteries continues with a legendary figure, a symbol of courage and a desire to conquer, Amelia Earhart. This pioneering female pilot made history when she became the first woman to fly solo across the Atlantic Ocean in 1932. However, in 1937, during an ambitious round-the-world flight, Earhart and navigator Fred Noonan mysteriously disappeared across the vast Pacific Ocean. Despite large-scale search and rescue efforts, no trace of Earhart and Noonan has been found. Their disappearance has become one of the biggest mysteries, shocking the world in the 20th century, giving rise to countless theories and speculations. Did they run out of fuel and fall into the deep sea? Or landed safely on a deserted island and survived for a while? Or perhaps they were captured by the Japanese military? So far, the answer still lies in the dense fog of history. Many theories have been put forward, from that Earhart was taken prisoner of war to that she lived a life of seclusion on a remote island. However, there is no convincing enough evidence to confirm any hypothesis. Amelia Earhart's disappearance remains an unsolved mystery, an inspiring story of courage and the spirit of adventure, and a reminder of our world's unexplored mysteries. Zodiac Killer. The final stop on our journey to uncover mysteries is the Zodiac Killer, a notorious criminal who sowed terror in California in the late 1960s and early 1970s. Zodiac has carried out a series of brutal murders and sent challenging letters and complex encrypted messages to authorities and the press, leaving the entire community in a state of bewilderment and fear. Although there have been many suspects on the radar and countless theories about the identity of the Zodiac Killer, the case remains shrouded in mysterious darkness. Investigations are still ongoing, but so far, Zodiac remains an unanswered unknown. Zodiac's horrific murders have left indelible scars in the hearts of Californians. His victims were ordinary people, whose lives were cruelly and unjustifiably taken. Zodiac's brutality has made him one of the most dangerous and mysterious criminals in American history. The Zodiac case is a reminder of the dark corners of society, the existence of brutal perpetrators and undiscovered mysteries. Although time has passed, this case continues to attract public interest and is a major challenge for investigators. Hopefully, one day, the mystery of the Zodiac Killer will be unraveled, bringing justice to the victims and peace of mind for the community. Together, we have uncovered the darkest and most intriguing mysteries in American history. From mysterious disappearances to shocking assassinations, these stories continue to haunt and excite our curiosity. Will we ever find out the truth behind these mysteries? Only time will tell. Thank you for accompanying mystery seekers on this journey of discovery. Don't forget to like, subscribe to the channel, and share this video with your friends. See you in the next videos.